Did we ever do her over to the mounting block down a pole?
Oh, I don't know.
So we can try that as its own thing.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to. Yeah, let's try a short pole first. Yeah. So, the look on your face.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how that, like, I'm like, okay, I don't.
So she knows how to over to the mounting block.
Okay, just like normal.
But what you have to actually tell her to do is go out and around while you stand on the mounting block.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to stop her front feet.
Okay, like right in front of the pole?
Yep.
Okay.
And keeping her front heels closest to the pole, and then ask her to over down the pole to you on the mounting block.
I have the pole all the way up to the mounting block. Do you want me to leave a little bit of a gap?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
You want Allison to demonstrate? I'm putting you on the spot.
More just...
I didn't even listen to what she told her to do. Have her go out and around and then over to you down the pole?
Yep.
More I'm just wondering, like, how to do it without, how to over without mirroring. I don't know that...
Over is
just
not
like,
mirroring. So she's going to come to you.
Okay.
Like, remember how we did all the overs to
Yeah.
you?
I've always just seen the butt swing more than anything.
So your focus would be, where do you think your focus would be then? If you're asking her to over her whole body down.
Don't let her front feet go forward.
Yeah.
And focus right on here.
Yeah, but being that you want her saddle to come to you, I would almost put my focus, feel, so the withers is where the mane meets the back.
Okay.
Okay. Now, right there, see that? Can you feel that there's a bone that comes to right there?
Right there, yeah.
And then feel down a little bit more towards her back, like, okay, now go towards her rib cage. You feel where that bone ends?
Yeah, it's like right there.
So that's the scapula.
Okay.
So I would focus right there.
Okay.
And you should be able to see that when she's standing still.
You can see right there, yeah.
So that's where my focus would be.
Okay.
Is to ask her, edge of her scapula to come to me.
Okay.
And then it's going to be your job to either kind of bend down and invite her shoulder to come a little bit more, her nose, neck, and shoulder to come a little bit more.
Okay.
Or to stand up and call her tail a little bit more to keep her coming evenly. Because of the pole, we have to worry about her getting out of position and getting tangled up with the pole.
All right, you ready? All right, so I'm going to be on the mounting block. Nope.
Aw.
Yes. Okay.
You sound such a good girl. Look at me.
Yes, I know. This is
so
what you gotta do.
Now you're in a predicament, right? How are you going to explain to her that she needs to go out and around from there without making her feel wrong for that offer?
Would I back her from here and then send her?
Or you can send her straight ahead, but make sure that your go is very strong, like very confident. That I need you to go towards Ritz's gate.
Okay.
So that she doesn't think she's being punished for her offer there. Because we want to make sure that we never make them feel wrong for doing what they think is the right thing, as long as it is what we want. So you can back her away, but what do you have to be careful about if you back her away?
That it's straight.
Right.
Hey, thank you. No, we're not going to pick it up.
And remember, when she's beside you, it's an up and down like loose coins in your hand, not side to side.
Okay.
So if you want to back her with her beside you, you have to do an up and down loose coins. And
that way?
Like that, exactly. Good job. Yep. And then say back so she knows it's not just to adjust herself.
Back.
Because she's trying real hard to just get in a better position for you. But mean it so that she continues back. So she knows it's a back up and not an adjustment. So ask her to keep backing up. Back. Now go ahead and send her to the house across the street. And make sure she hears your kiss to go, so she knows she's not just being asked to stay and adjust. Good. Ask her to go all the way around. Okay, it's okay. Aw. She's like, I know this. Yep, don't make her wrong for that, because she definitely gave you the best effort she could have given you. So now our goal is to make it our idea. Right?
Okay.
So we want her In fact, Allison, do you mind rolling one of those barrels for her to send her out and around that barrel so we have a destination around? Perfect. So now when you send her from there, you're going to release her by telling her, okay. You can even go ahead. It's up to you. If you feel like you have a good enough language with her to tell her to just leave you there, otherwise step down and send her on a circle.
Okay.
And while you're sending her out, you're going to get back on the mounting block, or see if you can just send her away from there. It's a little more advanced to ask her to go away from there because she thinks she's doing the right thing.
Okay.
So to make sure that you don't make her feel wrong, it's just new information, right?
Okay.
If you're going to send her from there, what's the best, where would you point to send her from there to help her not make a mistake and just adjust herself? Because she might just try to adjust herself thinking that she must not be in the right position when you go to send her away, and she might get closer to you. What's the best way to tell her it's not about getting closer to me, it's about leaving? It's going to be the way you point, where you tell her to go, more than it's going to be about kissing. I mean, you're going to kiss, yes, for forward, but
I'm not sure.
So I would either point to that willow,
Okay.
or even that pole.
Okay.
The goal is to tell her to go away
Okay.
and get out on the circle, as opposed to pointing to Allison, because if you point to Allison, she's probably just going to adjust herself to try to get closer to the mounting block, because she's going to think you're just adjusting her.
Okay.
Even after all this much time of just sitting and being a good girl, she may think, oh, okay, now you want me to change better. You know, she's going to think she's going to need to do different.
Now, what do I do with the pole? Like, that's the part that I'm like, how do I send her out?
If you're clear about telling her to go
Okay.
and not adjust, she'll walk off and step over the pole. She's aware of the pole being there.
Okay.
She should step over the pole without getting
Okay, so that part she should clear on her own.
I don't think even does she know in a way well to get her to go off the pole sideways from
like away.
So sideways that way.
You can try. I mean, I know she can like.
I don't know that at all. I don't think we've ever.
Yeah, so that would be the same as when you go down the pole in front of her.
Yeah.
Now you're driving her completely away from the rib cage.
Okay.
So instead of a hind yield, you would do kind of a girth yield.
Okay, I've never done
and
that.
no tip of the head.
Yeah, that I don't understand at all.
Okay. So I would then tell her to go straight ahead. Like I tell her to go to the light pole there, or I tell her, and I would change hands. I would make so my support is still in my right hand. Yep.
Okay, so still this
and then
way.
You're going to kind of point across the front of her.
So this way?
Yep.
Okay. So.
And then, and then kiss for her to go. Yep, especially when she turned her head. Good. Kiss, 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 so she knows. Yep, definitely. Good. And then now it's your job to tell her she's got to go all the way around that barrel. All the way around that barrel. Yep, yep. There you go. And then, yep. Yep, and then stop. And then she's going to try to perform for you. So
Over. Oh.
Be ready to tell her.
Oh.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
Send her away again. Yep, you can just not make her wrong, but just send her away.
Okay.
So the goal is going to be to get her out on the far, get her on the far side of that pole, and then control when you stop her, where her front feet, and then be ready to tell her to come. Oh, easy.
Okay.
Yep, be right, because she's going to try to do it for you. So look like you meant it.
Good.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I said. She's good at that.
Yeah. Good. So now, because I want you still to be in charge of this, tell her shoulder to line up properly.
Okay.
So it's like a draw of the shoulder, like you're going to draw her like with your nose.
Okay.
So she feels like you're pulling her. Yep, pulling her shoulder. Good job. Give her a little love. Yeah, good. Now while you're there, find a spot that she likes so we can find her price. So watch her muzzle and see if it creases in a way that says, ooh, that's good. So not yet.
There was like a little twitch a second ago.
It probably won't be down her thigh like that. It'll probably be more up by the withers or on the rib cage. Or she likes her butt.
Anything yet?
So try to go towards the main, see if we can't find the spot that she says, oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, pretty girl. Alright, so she's not going to tell us what her price is. That's okay. So.
Oh, I stopped. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead and ask her to do that again where it's a little more obvious that you told her to go out and around that barrel.
Okay.
And when she starts to make that mistake of adjusting, you're just going to make sure that your kiss is strong enough to be clear. Good, good. I'm glad she didn't take over and just do it again by herself. Make her go all the way around it one time, so don't stop at it and keep going. Good. Yep. Good. Just tell her to keep going because she's going to assume here. Good. Good. All the way out and around there. I like that she's not stopping with the barrel again. This time you're going to gently tell her to stop. So it's a gentle stop. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to say, go ahead, that's fine, let her keep going around. Normally, because you wanted it to be your idea and you wanted to be certain that you talked to her and she listened to you, you would have made sure that she stopped and didn't continue all the way around. Because right now, she's not focused on you in any way, so your part of this conversation doesn't matter to her. So now be a little bit louder. I wanted you to be quiet, but the last time you were too loud. Yep. Yep. And now look like you meant to ask her. She's going to do it herself here. Good. So what I mean by look like you meant to ask her is strike your pose.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to look like Statue of Liberty up there.
Okay.
As soon as you get her front feet stopped, she's going to take over. So at least look like you meant to tell her.
Okay.
For both of your sake, so that you get used to being it under your charge, so to speak, and you get ahead of her taking over. So she already knows she took over, but